this thing on? I can't even tell. There's no lights or nothing. Hey, Ron, get in here. Ron, I need your help. Get in here. All right. Ow. These buttons. Oh, wait. Here it is. I think that did it. I think that's on. All right. Ron, I don't need your help anymore. You're too late. Too slow. Ron, go away. I'm recording. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Maybelle Means Well. How are you today? If you're watching this, I assume that you are a mom or a mom-to-be. First things first, I am obligated to tell you that there were no babies harmed on the making of this film. All right, let's move right along into the good stuff. Now, with your baby, there are several things you need to know. I'm only going to cover a few of the basics here, mostly health concerns, maybe a little bit of diaper, and perhaps some bourbon. Let's get into it. Let me introduce you to my baby, Joe Bob. Say hello, Joe Bob. All right, there are 3 things that Joe Bob does all the time. He eats, he sleeps, and he poops. Now, as for the eating, you'll have to tune in next week for my next episode, where I'll be inviting my friend Penny over, who lives next door. She's going to show us a few of the basic techniques for breastfeeding your baby. This is for ladies only. All right, as for sleeping, I think you probably know how that works. So let's get right into the diapers. Now, Joe Bob goes through quite a few diapers every day, with the peeing and the pooping and the peeing and the pooping. So let's get a little disposable diaper here. I use my own special brand, and we're going to put that right down on the dressing room table. We're going to prepare him for it. Now, I already took Joe Bob's other diaper off, which you don't really want to do because he's just sprayed all over the place. That's a big dirty mess. Anyway, let's put him down on the dressing room table. All right, I'm going to move the camera down for you. I lost my cameraman. Okay. There we go. You can see Joe Bob right there. I'm going to move the diaper down just a little bit. Now, first we want to make sure we cover him back and front. So we're going to move that diaper up, and if you need to scooch it down just a little so you get a little more diaper on the front, that's totally fine. Just be careful for the baby. You want to fold that diaper over. Make sure that all the little openings are not open anymore. We don't want any leakage here. Now, I use a little simple safety pin. Some people get those newfangled diapers that have the Velcro or the sticky or, you know, whatever you got. And we're going to be very careful. We're going to pin up one side of Joe Bob, then we're going to cinch it over on the other side. Here we go. How you doing, Joe Bob? Oh, he looks like he's doing just fine. Now, if your baby starts to get fussy a little bit, we got a little bit of leakage going on there. Okay. I think we stopped it up. Yeah, we sure did. If your baby starts to fuss a little bit or anything like that, you can rub its tummy. That always soothes the baby a little bit. But babies really love one thing. They love kisses. So I always reach in, mwah, mwah, give little Joe Bob lots of kisses. And then he feels just so much better and stops crying right away. All right, well, let's look at this diaper. It looks like we're doing okay there. So I'm going to bring that camera right back up. Here I am. All right. Here's Joe Bob. Oh, simple. Put that camera up a little more. Okay. Here's Joe Bob and his diaper. It's looking mighty good. We have no leakage spots anywhere. I made sure of that. And you have to do that about 20 times a day or so, I would think. They go through a lot of diapers. All right. Now, one other thing about holding babies is that you want to make sure you have their head and their butt. So you might want to cinch that up, put the butt into the crook of your arm, and then hold the head with your other hand, just like this. Joe Bob loves this. It's called heart to heart. He loves it. All right, well, let's move into a few of the medical concerns that you should be watching for with your baby. I'm going to put Joe Bob down. All right, thanks, Joe Bob. Okay, now, we would like to have a healthy baby. A healthy baby has kind of a pinkish glow to them. They're nice and rosy. You can see that in their complexion. They should have a little bit of a rosy hue to the rest of their skin as well. You don't want them to get too pale or anything, or you might have a little health concern. So pay attention to the coloring of your baby. Now, there is one very common disease out there. It's an epidemic, really. You can get vaccinated for it, but a lot of babies can get chickenpox. And when they're an infant, that is highly dangerous. It's okay if they get it when they're 3 or 4 or even older, but when they're a baby, you've got to be really careful. You'll notice that chickenpox are little red dots all over their skin. They'll be on top of their head. It could even be on their bottom. So make sure you check them out all over the place. You want to get some ointment put all over that. Make sure you call your family doctor. Okay. Now, babies can get a temperature as well. When they get a temperature, sometimes they turn bright red, just like little Billy here. That is not good, and you want to immediately call your doctor, because I don't know what to do if that happens. You want to watch for the color of your baby. Like I said, you don't want it to get too pale. You also don't want to get too yellow. And you also don't want to get too green. Both are indicators that your baby is sick. Call your family doctor, or take your baby immediately to the ER. One last disease that I want you to watch out for, and that is the mumps. They are just awful. Okay, well, that is the end of our episode for today. Joe Bob is back and he wants to say goodbye. I'm so glad that you tuned in today. Please tune in next week for Penny's episode. Remember, for ladies' eyes only. All right, have a great evening, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye. How do we turn this thing off now? Okay. Wrong!